You know, in the race to find new medicines, there's this massive, almost invisible roadblock. We're talking about a $50 billion problem that's slowing down the very science we all count on to save lives. So, what exactly is this hidden bottleneck? And what is it really costing all of us?
Okay, let's start with a number. 50 to $100 million. Now get this, that's not the total cost of the problem. Nope. That's what just one single large pharmaceutical company can spend in a single year just to fight it. It's a staggering amount of money all going towards a problem most of us have never even heard of.
But here's the thing, the real cost isn't just about dollars and cents. It's about something way more precious, time. Every single delay, every setback, it means we're all waiting longer for the next breakthrough, the next potential cure. And when it comes to our health, that's a price that's just too high to pay.
So, what is this $50 billion headache? Well, it all comes down to something called data fragmentation. It's this quiet crisis that's unfolding inside the world's most advanced research labs, and it's creating a kind of digital chaos that has an absolutely enormous price tag. Think of it like this. Imagine you're trying to build some amazing new machine, but the instruction manual for every single part is written in a different language. That's pretty much the reality for medical researchers. We're talking over 200 different data formats in bioinformatics alone. Trying to get all that information to work together to find new insights, it's almost impossible. It's pure chaos. And this chaos, it just creates this insane domino effect of waste. On top of the direct costs, you have almost a third of crucial studies failing simply because the data is bad. That leads to billions, billions with a B, being wasted redoing research that someone else already did, but it was just trapped in a data silo somewhere. And all this mess can add a full year of extra review time with regulators. It's just delay after delay. And you have to understand, this isn't just a problem for the accountants or the balance sheets. This has become a full-blown crisis for the brilliant scientists who are right there on the front lines, trying to make discoveries. This is where it gets really painful. We have these incredibly smart, highly paid data scientists who are spending up to 70% of their time on what is basically digital janitorial work, just cleaning and preparing messy data. That leaves just a tiny slice of their time and expertise for the actual analysis, the part that actually leads to breakthroughs.
And the results of all this inefficiency, honestly, it's shocking. Because of all these data problems, a staggering 75% of biological studies can't be reproduced. Now, reproducibility is the absolute bedrock of science, right? It's how we check each other's work and build on it. Without that, the whole foundation of progress just starts to crumble.
So let's just cut to the chase. The ultimate cost here isn't some abstract academic problem. It is a deeply, deeply human one. Every failed study, every result that can't be reproduced, that means more delays in developing the life-saving treatments that we are all waiting for. Okay, so things sound pretty grim, but what if there was a solution? What if you could build a kind of universal translator for all of this scientific data? Well, that's the incredibly powerful idea behind a new generation of AI tools that are designed to fix this exact problem. And the transformation here is, well, it's night and day. You go from this slow, manual process that keeps data locked up in silos to a totally automated system that creates unified, analysis-ready datasets. Project delays that used to take up to 18 months can now be crushed down to just a matter of weeks. It's a total game changer. So how does it actually work? Well, the process is pretty elegant and simple. First, the AI just ingests all of that chaotic data from hundreds of different sources. Then, its specialized algorithms, which, and this is the cool part, actually understand the biological context. They translate and harmonize everything. And the result? A single, clean, beautiful data set that's ready for discovery. But this is way more than just a simple conversion tool. We're talking about some seriously advanced capabilities here. It can process data in real time, it can harmonize findings from different hospitals without ever compromising patient privacy. It even builds in the checks needed for regulatory approval. And best of all, it's constantly learning, getting smarter and smarter with every data set it looks at. All right, so you finally solve this massive data crisis. What happens then? The payoff is nothing short of revolutionary for the speed, the cost, and the quality of science itself. First up, a massive acceleration in biomarker discovery. Now, biomarkers are basically the biological clues, like certain proteins or genes, that tell us a disease is present. Finding them is absolutely critical, and this technology makes that process 10 to 100 times faster. Just wow.
Next, let's talk about savings. Remember that crazy $50 to $100 million a year we talked about? This technology just slashes those data integration costs by a massive 70 to 90%. That frees up huge amounts of money for what actually matters, the research. And all this speed and efficiency, it translates directly into getting treatments to patients faster. Clinical trials can be designed up to 50% quicker. That can literally shave years off the development timeline for a new drug.
So, when you pull it all together, the effect is exponential. This isn't just about saving a bit of money on operations. We're talking about unlocking billions in value by making the entire research and development pipeline more efficient and, frankly, way more successful. Now, a solution this powerful isn't just good for science. It also represents a massive opportunity, the kind of business opportunity that can actually fuel the next wave of innovation.
I mean, just look at the markets this technology sits in. We're talking about two massive, rapidly growing sectors. Together, the demand for this kind of thing is projected to be worth well over $100 billion. The world is clearly starving for a solution to this data chaos.
And really, this quote just says it all. This is why this matters so much. It's not just another piece of software or another app. This is the fundamental plumbing, the essential infrastructure that is required for the entire next generation of medical breakthroughs to even happen.
Which leaves us with a really powerful and hopeful question to think about. Once our scientific data can finally speak a single unified language, once we remove one of the biggest roadblocks to discovery that's ever existed, what secrets are we going to unlock? Which disease do you think will be the first one to fall?